Om Shanti. Avyakt BaapDada. Today's date 28th September 1969. Title: The essence of the whole course is to make your words and actions equal. The essence of the whole course is to make your words and actions equal. Today, in which form are you meeting Baba? In the Avyakt form, in the form of love, or the form of Shakti, that is power? You are meeting him in the form of the Father anyway, but are you meeting in the form of love, or in the form of Shakti, or in the Avyakt form? Baba is asking. At the present time, what is the special form? Throughout the day, in which of these three forms do you stabilize yourself from the longest period? Which is the most elevated of all three? All gave their own ideas. At the moment, Baba is only asking you a question. He will clarify it later. What is the most powerful point you have taken from the extra training course that you have all taken? A point which finishes all future obstacles in 1 second. Each of you has spoken of different points, but now all those who spoke of these points must write and send their experience of how much time it took for them to be able to remove an obstacle by using that point. For instance, when a medicine is used by one person, it is easy for many people to benefit from that. So remember the essence in just 2 words of all the points that have emerged, those in which everything you have mentioned is included. Remember in 2 words the essence of the course that you have just done. Baba says, remember in 2 words the essence of the course that you have just done. You have to do what you speak about. You say that you are a Brahma Kumari. We, BaapDada's children, are obedient and his helpers. You have to do in a practical way all that you speak about. To say something means to do it. There should not be a difference between what you say and what you do. This is the essence of your course. You have been saying for many years that vice is a bad thing. You even tell others about it. But if you yourself are not able to move along by being detached from the household life, Baba says, but if you yourself are not able to move along by being detached from the household life, then what you do is different from what you say. Therefore, from today onwards, remember this aspect. We will do whatever we say. We have to put into practice and show the world exactly what we think about and what we say. We must not just speak about it, we must also do it. The service that remains will not be done by just speaking about it, but it will be done through your actions. People speak about what is said, what is done, and your way of life. Whatever actions you perform throughout the day, that is while living in your home, what you say, what you do, and your way of life should all be the same. Only then will you quickly be able to attain your karmatit stage. Check at every moment. Am I doing what I'm saying? You say that you are a child of the Almighty Authority, and what do? You speak about the things of weakness. So from today, make it firm that you will do whatever you speak about. When others see those who become like this, they themselves will do the same automatically. You will not have to labor. Until now, Baba has been receiving complaints about how you say one thing but do something else. So now the complaints have to be finished. What will you become when all the complaints are finished? You will become Allah. Allah means elevated. The more elevated you become, the more your name will be glorified, even if you don't want it. So this teaching is the main essence of the course you have done. Who is the most dangerous person of whom everyone is afraid? The aspect of the whole world is a different matter, but within this divine family, The most dangerous person and the one who causes a lot of damage is someone who has one form internally and another form externally. He is even more dangerous than someone who gossips about others because he is not able to come close to anyone. He is not able to love anyone. Everyone tries to remain distant from that one. This is why you have received this teaching from this Bhatti. This is called honesty and cleanliness. Cleanliness in which aspect? Honesty in which aspect? There is deep significance behind this too. Honesty means to say only that which you do, to say only that which you think. There should not be any artificial form. There has to be honesty in your thoughts, words, and deeds. If a thought arises in your mind, Baba says, if a thought arises in your mind, there has to be honesty and cleanliness in that too. Internally, there should not be any rubbish of sense. There should not be any rubbish of one's nature, feelings or old sanskars either. Those who have such cleanliness will be honest. And what is the sign of those who are honest? Those who are honest are loved by all. First of all, they will be loved by God. The Lord is pleased with those who are honest. Baba says the Lord is pleased by those who are honest. So they will first be loved by God. And then they will also be loved by the divine family. No one will see them with any bad vision. There will be such maturity and strength in their vision, words and deeds, that neither will they fluctuate nor will they make others fluctuate. Those who are honest are loved. Some think I am honest, but no one understands me. A true diamond can never remain hidden. This is why when you think I am like this, but no one understands me in this way, that is not honesty. Truth can never remain hidden, and those who are honest are loved by all. Someone even think that because they are not so close, they are therefore not so well known. However, those who are honest and firm cannot keep their identity hidden. Even if they are far away, no matter how far away some are, they will be close to BaapDada. Those who are close to BaapDada are close to everyone. Become honest. The proof of cleanliness is visible in one's activities. You do not just have to understand it, but you also have to show it in your practical actions. Whatever actions you perform should be instrumental for the service of others. Check your thoughts, words, and deeds. What do you have yourself called? And what do you remember that title BaapDada gives to all of you? Serviceable children. Therefore, each thought, each word, and each deed of serviceable children will only do service. Service is not just giving lectures or giving knowledge to someone, but those who are serviceable do service at every second. So check yourself, is my activity serviceable at every second? Or is your activity that which sometimes causes disservice? Since you are called serviceable ones, your actions should also be such. This is why you have to do that which you speak about. By remembering this, you will easily attain success in your efforts. Some become very happy thinking that they have explained to so many students, that they have given so many lectures, that they have done a lot of service. However, even that service is limited. Now you have to do, Baba says, now you have to do unlimited service. When there is unlimited service through all three forms, those of thoughts, words, and deeds, it is called being serviceable. Therefore, now check yourself to see if you have become serviceable. Such serviceable souls will also be very loving. So have all of you stamped yourself in this way, or are some of you still trying to maintain the courage to do that? Since you have to do it, it means that you have already been stamped. Why do you doubt yourself as to whether you will pass or fail the exams? Clever students always say with faith, we will claim the first number. If you have any doubts in yourself from the beginning, what will be the result of the doubt be? then you will not be able to become victorious. Baba says, then you will not be able to come victorious. If you have slightest doubt, then until you have that faith, you will not be able to become victorious. From the beginning, all of you have promised that you will definitely claim the inheritance. Or did you think that you will see what happens? To make a promise means you have to become that. Still, you call yourselves the one with an intellect that has faith. There should not be any doubt or sinful thought about the Father, his knowledge, or his family. Baba says, since you call yourself the ones who with an intellect that has faith, there should not be a slightest doubt or sinful thought about the Father, his knowledge, or his family. We belong to Shiv Baba and the children, Baba says, we belong to Shiv Baba and the children of the Almighty Authority and those who have faith in their intellects. Who is saying this? The children of Almighty Authority are saying this. Even if internally you think that you don't know what will happen, even then there will be victory through faith. By maintaining faith, there will be victory. If there is not faith, your actions will continue in that same manner. If you have the faith that you have to do something, then your actions will also be accordingly. If you have the thought, okay, I will see in the future, I will do it in the future, your actions also be slack. Baba says your actions will also be slack. You must never allow yourself to have any feelings of being weak or of having any doubts. Thoughts of weakness are doubts. Till when will you keep those old sanskars and thoughts? There should not be old sanskars. Sanskars are the gross form, but even the old thoughts should be finished. Then it can be said that you are being baked in the bhatti furnace and coming out accomplished. What is the meaning of a bhatti? Everything burns and completely finishes in a furnace, and even its form is transformed. What is put into a furnace completely changes its form and quality, etc. You also have a furnace, and so your form and quality should change. Prior to a brick being baked, it is still clay. After it is baked, its form and quality have changed, and its task has also changed. In the same way, you must continue to change your form, quality, and task. This is the result of the bhatti. Now tell me, have you changed these things or are you going to change them? Together with your own enthusiasm, you also have BaapDada's help. The more faith you have in yourself, the more BaapDada will definitely become your helper. Someone who is loving definitely receives cooperation. In order to receive cooperation from someone, you must become loving. Baba says, in order to receive cooperation from someone, you must become loving. One who is loving doesn't have to ask for cooperation. When you have love for BaapDada and for the family, you automatically receive cooperation from everyone. There are two main things: to have an intellect that has faith and to be a destroyer of attachment. You have already applied this tilak of Baba says you have already applied this tilak to your forehead. You have to remember the slogan, we will do what we say. This is the decoration of the mothers. Mothers apply greater decoration, so these mothers are being decorated with the jewels. The most sparkling decoration is that of jewels. When gold is studded with jewels, it sparkles more. So, BaapDada has decorated these mothers with jewels because at the confluence age, you have to become more of a diamond than a gold. The more you decorate yourself with the jewels, the more the vision of the world will fall on you, even when you don't want it to. You will not have to tell the world, look at us. The decoration of the jewels of knowledge will draw the attention of even those who are far away. This is why you must have the faith to keep the decoration of the jewels constantly and eternally. Baba says this is why you must have to Baba says this is why you must have the faith to keep the decoration of the jewels constantly and eternally. Today, at Amrit Bela, Baba especially remembered those children who stayed with Sakar. Baba for a long time, Baba says, today at Amrit Vela, Baba especially remembered those children who stayed with Sakar Baba for a long time. Today, Baba especially remembered them because nowadays the effort of those who were living together is very good when compared with their effort before. This is why Baba remembered them for the present wave of effort. At the present time, there is a special transformation taking place in the residence of Madhuban. A jewel from each place is sparkling and going to a different place. Baba will now see how you sparkling jewels from each place go and make others like yourself. You should never speak words that lack courage. The days of being one who doesn't make effort or one who doesn't maintain courage are now over. Now you have to become a helper and show everything in a practical form. It is now in everyone's heart that they too want to go quickly. Previously, they used to say the longer we stay in the conference age, the better it will be. Because the beauty of the conference age was Baba says, because the beauty of the conference age was being with Sakar Baba. Now, you travelers, Rahi, wish to go where your Rehab, the one who shows you the path is. The activity of your children will no longer, Baba says, the activity of your children will do greater service than your words. There will be success in double service, and only then you will receive a double crown. So, who do you want to become those, Baba says, so who do you want to become those with a single crown or with a double crown? Or have you already become that? What is the method to become an embodiment of Shakti? You will be able to become an embodiment of Shakti when you have an Avyakt stage. Even if you come into the corporeal form while being in the Avyakt form, what is just for the sake of service, Baba says. Even if you come into the corporeal form while being in the Avyakt form, that is just for the sake of service. When the service finishes, you have to remain in the Avyakt form. That is Avyakt stage. You have to maintain such a practice. What do those who sacrifice themselves receive in return? Those who sacrifice themselves receive a lot of godly power. Those who completely sacrifice themselves are the ones who are fortunate enough never to be widowed. Their fortune of remaining married never finishes. Those who are so fortunate as to remain constantly married have any imperishable tilak. Baba says those who are so fortunate to remain constantly married have an imperishable tilak. The tilak of being constantly married is the tilak of remaining stable in the form of a soul. She always remembers that tilak on her forehead. Baba says she always remembers that tilak on her forehead. What is the other sign of having the fortune of being constantly married? One is the tilak and the other is the bracelet. That is the bracelet of discipline. Bracelet means Kangan. Baba is talking about Kangan. That is the bracelet of discipline. You must never take off either of the two. When you take off the bracelet of discipline, your fortune of being constantly married finishes. Now you have to do the service of performing special wonders. Color everyone with your company in such a way that the color never comes off. When people come to the museums, they go away with just a message, but you must now pay attention that the colors of your company becomes imperishable to the extent that at least it never comes off. You now have to take a jump and make further progress. Previously, it was the time of just walking along. Then there was a time of to go running. Now it is the time of to take a jump. If you now try to reach there by running, it will be too late. It doesn't take time to take a jump. In order to maintain a constant stage, you have to remember one pure thought. What is that thought? Firstly, you have to become loving, and secondly, serviceable. That is all. There should be no, Baba says, there should be no other thoughts apart from this. Serviceable children only have thoughts of service. Always remember the aim of the Vatti. Baba says, always remember the aim of the bhakti. I will change myself and then change others. This is the stamp of faith. What have you been stamped with? Being born with a faithful intellect, a gesture of attachment and serviceable. You have been stamped with the stamp of this Trimurti. Always keep this sign with you. You have to make others like yourself or even more elevated than you, not less. If you, Baba says, it is your own greatness when you make others more elevated than yourself. Acha, Om Shanti.